This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, I'm told, and if she missed it, it would be devastating. And I was like, well, I want you to go fishing then. And she's like, fine, I'll go fishing.
All right.
All right.
So you do what you give and take.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, see, I don't remember that growing up where Edgar's like, hey, we're going to do this. And I'm like, well, how about... All right. Yeah, there were total concerts. Bing, 0.
I heard from Sunday Jeff's daughter, Chloe, that there was definitely some kicking and screaming on the way down from Ocean County to Monmouth County for this.
Sunday fishing. Jeff was upset he had to go?
No, his daughter. I think when his daughter was told that she had to go, there was some backlash.
And Harrison said he would go. This is kind of fucked up. I don't know.
Now, you've mentioned Harrison doesn't talk that much. And I probably haven't seen Harrison since the pool party. And he didn't talk much that day either. But I'll tell you what, though. I was one of the things I got out of the most at the end of the afternoon was I saw that kid smiling.
Yeah, he was happy. Yeah.
So there was I caught.
Despite that, he didn't even have a hook on his fucking pole. It was a plastic fish on the end of it.
Okay.
And he just kept casting it out. I mean, I don't know what live fish would take that as. It wasn't a lure. It was
an Iron Man Avengers fishing pole I picked up on the quick because I didn't know Harrison was coming.
Right.
So I had to go get him a fishing pole real quick. So I had to go to Target.
Okay.
And then I'm like, I don't even know if this kid's even going to come. So I brought the cheapest pole I could find. And it may not have been a legitimate fishing pole. It may have been one that you just like give to a 2-year-old.
Right. For a bathtub.
Yeah, or a toilet or something.
All right.
And it had like a yellow plastic fish on the end of it. I thought you could take it off and put real bait on it, but Harrison was happy just fishing with that little pole.
Yeah, he didn't care. He had a good time.
Good. He did. Yeah, I didn't, and I think I made him even smile once and laugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or I don't know, or maybe he was about to start ready to cry. I couldn't tell, but.
Walt was tickling him nonstop behind some dunes.
The red boat washed up on the shore.
Your red boat now.
like this boat just floats ashore. It's like the legend of like Bluebeard.
Comes out of a mist. So yeah, like I say, we're gonna go and nice all day until the exact moment we're supposed to leave, and it starts pouring out.
Oh, that's great.
But it was a passing shower.
Overcast is better fishing anyway.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why the fish come?
Because the sunlight, they'll tend to go down low.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. God was looking out for us.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, not so much that we caught any fucking fish. So we meet up at Walt's, and I was the first one there. Then Sunday showed up, and so Walt begins. I mean, haranguing is one way to put it. Immediately with like, I think the first clip is fishing a sport.
Well, to be fair, off mic though, Sunday Jeff walks through the door and doesn't say hello to anybody, just proclaims, "We're not going to catch anything, so don't worry about it," to his kid. I mean, negative right off the bat, and that got me all riled up.
Was Chloe worried that they were going to catch something? Was he trying to calm her down?
I think he was just trying to like set her up for disappointment.
Okay,
right.
That's the Sunday Jeff way.
When's the last time you were fishing?
Last time I was fishing was in Florida, probably about her age.
Yeah, but how come it doesn't tell me on the poll that this is not for saltwater? He hasn't been fishing in 30 years, and he's
I'm no expert.
but already he's telling us that I got the wrong poll, that we're not going to catch anything.
All right.
So that's how it starts out. I mean, it turned out Sunday Jeff was right about the polls. Maybe he was just trying to show Chloe his expertise, in
I you know what, and I didn't think of about that, but you're right though. That's what, and I should have allowed him that. I should have allowed him to impress his daughter with his fishing knowledge.
Yeah.
Should have taken that away from him that quick.
Yeah, he's like, I haven't been fishing in over 30 years, but I know a thing or two.
And but you know what though, he was right though.
Yeah, he was right. But I mean, anybody with eyes could see that.
That fishing pole I bought did not state that it was for anything but catching fish.
Well, it's like you could really fish with any pole, but it gets down to the strength of the fishing, the line,
the test as they call it, right?
And and the tackle that you have on the end of it. Because
that's the other thing. We had absolutely no supplies. Like we didn't even have pliers in order to like squeeze the sinkers on.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
It was the next time.
Yeah, I want her to.
When we're like, we want to see our girls again. Now I'm not even sure what.
Well, if you do one of those charter boats, it's like I think it's like $30 a person, and they supply you with with everything. All you do is show up with some like sandwiches, and they give you the bait. They even put it on the hooks for you and stuff like that.
And then you got to take the captain to a concert later on. I'm not sure. I didn't label these clips, so we'll just listen to them and then we'll figure out what they are.
So that poll does not indicate that I couldn't go anywhere on the face of the planet.
You'll see if you see a saltwater pole, you'll see what the difference
is. So
if
you got on one of those charter boats and brought that
yeah, they pretty much laugh at you.
Why? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that pole?
No, at this point, do you know? Like, are you just breaking balls, or are you seriously defending what is obviously a child's?
Because
toy?
I go out and I buy his fucking kid a pole,
right?
And he's not like, thanks.
He's an ingrate.
He's immediately going, yo, dope.
Was Alicia with you at this point?
She was upstairs.
Yeah, she came down at the very last second, like thinking maybe we would cancel.
All right, I didn't know if he was berating you in front of your child.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Not like Walt did to him.
Is fishing a sport? Oh, yeah, stop it right there.
Okay.
That's the question I want to throw out to you. I didn't know that. I want to get everybody at the table's opinion on that, because I think that always was, I think, the most important, one of the most important questions I had. Is fishing a sport?
Whew. I think it can be, yeah. I think it can be. When you get into those big fish.
Like the marlin fishing and
where it takes like 2 hours to land a fish,
and they hook them in the eye.
Oh, yeah,
it's awful, right?
But to me, like sports, when you think of the word sports, you think of legends, you think of great sportsmen, and fishing just doesn't have that. There's no like Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods of the fishing world, is there? There's no like famous fishermen.
I bet you there are. We just don't know them.
Well, like even sports that I don't care about,
like NASCAR. You at least
at least I know about like
say Danica Patrick
or that or that dude who with Tom Petty or not Tom Petty Tom.
Who's the guy that died?
Kid?
Yeah, Mario Andretti.
No,
but there's names. There's names that you can pull from memories of at least hearing about these sports.
Yeah, I mean, I just typed in famous fishermen, and a bunch came up. I don't know them, but you're talking about people who transcend the sport.
Yes, there you go.
Right,
like
right.
they'll be hawking something on TV. They're so famous.
Like Captain Ahab is most famous fisherman.
Well, okay. Aside from Pele, I guess he's the only. But who's another?
Giorgio Canale.
Okay.
Beckham.
I was gonna say Beckham.
I just mean the average person probably.
There's a dude doing commercials now for some sort of SUV, and he kicks a soccer ball through the sunroof. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that.
That's a cool commercial. I don't wonder if it's real.
I don't know. I think it's a sport.
It's not a hobby
or pastime.
I think it can be a hobby, but so could sport.
It's true.
You know.
You don't have to be in shape though to fish, though, do you?
You don't have to really be in shape to golf.
I went.
You don't have to be in shape to golf. Like that guy.
But even bowling though has their Weber. Mike Weber was a famous bowler. There's at least one guy I can remember from every quote unquote sport. Yeah. And I wouldn't even consider bowling a sport, but you know what? There's at least.
Well, is hunting a sport?
Oh.
Do people hunt competitively?
I don't know. I don't think if I'm being the final judge, jury, and executioner,
right? I
say hunting is not a sport.
Well, if you're saying hunting is not a sport, then I would say fishing isn't a sport. Then by that same yardstick.
I'm open. I want to be convinced. I want to be swayed, but
Trust me, we will get emails. We'll be like, fuck
I think
you.
it is because there's a sense of competition in fishing.
But against you versus nature, man versus nature.
Well, it's like golf. You against yourself, catching a bigger fish. You against
is
other
golf
people.
Against yourself? I thought golf was against another round.
Well, that's always the thing,
golfers.
though. Like golfers always say, you're always playing against yourself.
Oh, okay.
You're always playing against your own scores. You're always trying to top your own score. But I would say so because they do have competitions. They do have weigh-ins and stuff like that. I think it is. It is.
Have you ever been tested by a fish? Like, have you ever caught a fish and afterwards you're like, man, good thing I was young and strapping, or else I would.
No, I don't. I mean, I've caught sharks, but like the sand sharks that are all around in our area, and they put up a fight like crazy. But I've never been like, I don't think I'm gonna land this. But they're pretty cool. I mean, some of those fucking striped bass put up fights, man. You're pulling them in for like 20 minutes. It's pretty cool.
Or like those giant tunas.
Yeah,
you would not believe how big a tuna fish is.
Oh, they're enormous.
Oh, yeah.
Like 800 pounds.
Dude, I used to work in the Fulton Street Fish Market, right, in high school.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I used to haul around those fucking giant tunas. It was insane.
You worked at a fish market?
The fish market.
How hard was it to get the smell of fish off you?
It was horrible. And it was from 1 a.m. till 10 a.m. 4 nights a week.
How long did you last at that?
I did 2 summers.
2 summers. Oh.
And I was ripped. I mean, fucking ripped.
Oh, yeah, you were like fucking...
full on, like abs, like everything.
Because of the job?
Because of the job. It was hauling giant amounts of... What happened is, like, at 1 a.m, the Fulton Street Fish Market, this is the one that Giuliani broke up from the mobsters.
Yeah, because like it was all controlled by the mafia.
Yeah.
Were you connected at the time? Is that how you got your job?
Is that how you got the job?
No, I got a job. One of the teachers in my school also owned one of the fish markets there.
Did you see any mob activity?
I didn't, but I did see a guy take a fish hook. It's like a giant thing, I know he did last summer, that guy, and fucking jam it into another guy's calf and fucking yank him off his feet. I saw a fight with one of those things.
Whoa.
They fucking tackled the guy. He got arrested, never saw him again. It was crazy.
I was your teacher.
I think it was 17. Yeah, he's like, nobody fucks with Frank. So yeah, but it was those fish get huge. But what happened was like at the beginning of every day, you would open up and then like all the fish markets and stores, restaurants would send their vans to the fish market. They would just walk through and place orders, and then they would have runners carry the fish to the vans, and that's what I did. So
what kind of fish did you carry?
Everything. There'd be styrofoam boxes filled with ices with fillets on them. There'd be giant tunas, like all this shit.
They didn't have a hand truck?
They had a hand truck, but you couldn't always carry things with hand trucks. And even the hand trucks, those were all cobblestone streets down there. So you're pushing like 200 pounds over cobblestone streets. So by like your third week, you're in pretty good shape.
Mm.
But those fish smell was fucking rough. And I would take the Staten Island ferry back home at the end of the night. I just stank of fish. It was
like gross.
Yeah, but it was a good job. It was like a manly job. It felt good. Like this soft shit.
Tender hands. No calluses. No hooks in your legs.
No, nothing fun anymore. I got to retire this week or next week.
Oh, from the firehouse?
Yeah, I'm fucking majorly depressed, but anyway, let's keep going.
This is like a village in Ethiopia. If they don't fish, they die, right? So like this is a life. They need this to live. Well, you know what I mean. There's like villages. If they don't fish, they're going to starve. So how can that be a sport then? It's not a sport because like fishing is almost like it's a necessity in some places, some parts of the world. Like if you don't fish, your community won't eat. That's what I meant.
Right.
How is that a sport then? That's like, this is just a way of life.
Well, the reason they were laughing is because I reminded you that Ethiopia was landlocked.